Well, good afternoon. It is September 25th, 2025. And we're at the Green Valley campground area. Green Valley Falls. We're heading to, ultimately today, to Granite Spring Primitive Trail Camp. And kind of taking a long way, a little detour to make it a little bit of a longer hike. I think you can get there in about 4 to 4.5 miles if you go the shortest route. There's a lot of crossing trails in this park, and we're going to explore a couple of them. Probably make it about an 8-mile hike today. And there's a water pump up there, hand pump. It pumps iron-rich water. It's been that way for decades. And you can drink it if you filter it. You can drink it. Has a funny taste to it. There's a spring up there, Granite Spring, and oddly enough, I've been up here many times. I never went the extra 1/8 of a mile or something to check out the spring. So when we get there, we're going to go see if that's running. But just to be safe, I'm going to stop up here in a few miles at the main Cuyamaca Visitor Center school camp, and I've got a 4-liter bladder and 2 1-liter bottles, and I'll probably fill everything up just in case the water situation at Granite Spring isn't ideal. All right, enough of that. Here we go. That's just the way we just came up. This is the Harvey Moore Trail. And we're going to be intercepting this up higher on the mountain after our little detour extension. So remember Harvey Moore Trail. A lot of hikers and mountain bikers on this trail, and equestrians, a lot of horses. So shoot that little guy off the trail. Just get him back where he's safe. East Side Trail. Well, great hike so far. Haven't gone very far. Maybe 1.5 miles, a couple miles maybe. But beautiful up here. A lot of wildlife. We're going to be walking through some really highly populated turkey country here. Ranking in order, turkey is probably the most likely thing we'll see. Maybe rattlesnake and deer, and then a lot of other little critters, squirrels and chipmunks and stuff, but the one we may or may not want to see, there's a few of those up here, is the mountain lion. If I saw one far away just kind of walking along and didn't know I was there, that might be cool, but I wouldn't really want to come face to face with one of those guys out here. We're going to keep our eye open and see if we can get some wildlife for you. All right. Owl Trail to Wacapen Trail. That one looks a little overgrown, but we're not going that way. We're staying on the East Side Trail to Coldstream Trail, 1 mile. Well, we're walking along the Sweetwater River right here. Oh, so you put a little painted rock on there. To Harvey Moore connector. And we're not going that way. We're still heading north on East Side Trail. Okay, we're right here. And we're heading down this red line. Down the water right there. Then we're coming back to this spot where we're at right now. And heading up. And to Visitor Center, half a mile. We got some water here. This is a little cut off to the parking area, which is where the water is, so we're heading this way. Well, let's see if this works. Yep. Well, we're all cameled up. I got 3 liters of water in the bladder and 2 full liter bottles. And probably get there and find out there's a running spring. Here we go. Back to the trail. It's 3:20 right now. About 3 hours till sunset. I think it's about 4 miles, 4.5 miles from here to the campsite. So should be able to make that in a couple hours. Here we go. Keep you posted. Okay, we're back on the trail. About 1,000 feet of climbing. Somewhere in the next 4 miles. Yeah, some of these weeds are as tall as I am. I see some more turkeys over there. Let's see if I can get them on my phone. I'm not sure what this is, but it's not a camp. No camping allowed up here, except in the 2 designated campsites. And this isn't one of them. And it might be somewhere the 6th grade campers come for a little day hike and sit around on those rocks and talk about stuff. Well, there's 3 different ways to go here. Well, it looks like Harvey Moore Trail. This is Upper Green Valley Trail. Not sure what that is. But we've been looking for Harvey Moore all day. I think we might have found it finally. There, Granite Spring Camp. 3.6 miles. All right. Here we go. Looks like it's starting to climb a little bit. Yeah, this looks like a little bit of a climb here. Now we're in this canyon that's been getting narrower and narrower as we go up. Pretty cool. Shadow starts right here at the trail. Sun goes on that side and shade on this side. This is a pretty neat trail. A little rugged, narrow. I like it. And a little pine tree out here. Pretty cool. They put rocks around there to protect it at some point. Well, a few minutes ago we were all the way down there and around that corner. Now we just hit a little summit. Don't know this trail, never been on it, so I don't know if that's the high point or we're gonna go more. Put my screenshot on my watch. Show the stats so far. .1 to the campsite. Now this is the group campsite. Nobody here. I can come back to this if I want. There's tent sites tucked in here. Lots of them. See if this creek is running, and I'm gonna walk through the one or two of the campsites down here at the main camp. Here's the bridge. Looks dry as a bone. Nope, no water in that creek. Well, here's the main site. Now this is the iron water. Horse trough. Now, good morning. We had a nice sunny early morning. Had coffee under the sun and clear blue skies, but the fog has rolled in, blocked out all the sun. I'm gonna head up towards the Granite Spring. Not sure if I'm gonna run into a lot of bushwhacking. If so, probably won't try that today. But see if we can work our way through here and get to the spring. Well, let's see where we are. Well, we're not too far. If there was going to be a spring around here somewhere, this really looks like a good spot, but we will go all the way to where Caltopo says the spring is supposed to be. Well, we're pretty darn close. If it was running, it would be running right here. This looks like the drainage for it. But we need to go up a little bit more. Well, we are on the dot. Well, don't see any running water. It's green enough right here. All this grass. Well, we're right on the dot. It's got to be right in here somewhere. I guess it's not running this time of year. So I camped at that dot and walked over here to here. I would have had to go out to the junction of the campground and then get on East Mesa Fire Road, but since I'm really close to East Mesa Fire Road, which is my way back, I'm gonna see if I can cut across to it. These are some thorny brambles right here. All right. Oh, look at that. That looks like a road to me. Let's just check the map. Make sure. Yeah, we're on East Mesa Fire Road. Well, here's Harvey Moore again. And that's East Mesa Fire Road that way. I don't know if this fog's gonna lift or not, but if not, I guess we're not gonna have those spectacular views like yesterday. And there's a giant flock of turkeys right in the fog. See if I can get them on my phone. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Yeah, we've got an intersection here, grass trail to a Harvey Moore trail. Yeah, here's another junction, Oak Zenita Trail, which goes to Oak Zenita Peak. Oak Trail to Harvey Moore. That Harvey sure got around. Upper Descanso Creek Trail to Oak Zenita Peak. I don't know if you remember a few miles ago, up top, we ran into the other end of this trail. Another junction, Lower Descanso Creek, East Mesa Fire Road. Well, we're coming up to the highway, which means we're getting close to the car. So just thought I'd check in one last time. Say thanks for coming along. If you're not a subscriber, I sure appreciate it if you could go over there and hit that button. Obviously it doesn't cost anything, and I'm really trying to break that 1,000 subscriber mark. Might even get monetized, you never know. But just having fun. Month 116 months in a row, backpacking every month. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll hope to see you next month. All right, take care. Well, this is where we started, Granite Springs, 4.5 miles. Well, there's our friend Harvey again, East Side Trail, the Harvey Moore Trail.